Welcome back to another video on the channel. I hope everyone is well. Welcome back. We've just seen Algeria beat Mauritania by 4 goals to 1. Goals from Sofiane Feghouli again, Ounas and then Baghdad Bounedjah. It wouldn't be the same without a Baghdad Bounedjah goal, would it? 4-1, I've got to say, when the game started off it looked like we were struggling. It took until 40 minutes to score obviously, but we took our time to get our rhythm going. I think that was down to the changes Belmadi made. It wasn't our best team for sure. We were missing a lot of key players in the starting X side, and you saw as the substitutes start to come on and the better players came on, we actually looked a lot better and got into a lot more scoring opportunities. So a 4-1 win. Let's start off with the starting lineup. It was Ounas in goal as expected, although a very shaky performance by Ounas with that goal. I mean, he only had 1-2 chances to deal with, and one he completely fluffed. We'll come on to Ounas in a second because that's quite serious going forwards. Right back was Youssef Attal. It was nice to see Belmadi give Attal a game. It's been so long since we've seen Attal start for Algeria. Left back as expected, as we said in the preview, Abdellaoui with that centre back pairing of Touba and Badarain. And then a 3-man midfield. It was Belkabla and Feghouli sitting with Boulaya in front of them. Zinedine Farhat, oh god, on the left, we'll get into him. On the right, Rachid Ghazel. Didn't see much of Ghazel. And up front, Islam Slimani. Didn't see much of him either. So looking at the team, we knew there would be changes. We knew it would be the weakest team against Mauritania, and Andy Delors would have started the game. I'm pretty sure Andy Delors would have started. Obviously, he's got that injury that's ruled him out for all 3 of the games, unfortunately. It's so sad. I don't think we've even seen Delors play in Algeria yet, so Delors is ruled out for these friendlies. Slimani played. He had the opportunity to extend his goal-scoring record, maybe become Algeria's top goal scorer ever. He didn't perform very well. There was a lot of players that didn't perform very well, but let's look at the game first. And quiet first half, a very poor first half, dominated possession but didn't really do anything with it. Slimani had a chance very early on when Attal cut the ball back to him. He missed the target, but then Sofiane Feghouli with a weird goal. He headed it. I thought it hit the bar. It was actually an unbelievable save by the Mauritania goalkeeper. And then Feghouli headed in the rebound. Great placement of header, great nod on to get it into the far corner. So Feghouli makes it 1-0. But what about the assist from Touba? Touba making his debut with an unbelievable bicycle kick assist. He wouldn't have dreamt that this morning. What an assist from Touba to assist Feghouli. And we go in the break, probably on the balance of play, deservedly 1-0 up. But, you know, we didn't really create too many chances. But a clinical from Feghouli, probably one of the better players in the team, one of the legends, one of the guys you can rely on. Still relying on Feghouli after all these years. Remember Feghouli in his prime as a right winger at Valencia, still delivering for Algeria while playing for Galatasaray in a centre mid role. Half time, second half, and disaster. Absolute disaster. What happened for this goal? This needs working on. I don't blame the central defenders. There's only one man at fault here, and it is Alexander Ounas. What are you doing? A bit of Mets mayhem at the back there. The ball's been cleared, and it's come out to the Mauritania player. And he's had a shot from about 30 yards out on target. Ounas is nowhere near the goal. Poor positioning. He's given the opportunity to the Mauritania player to shoot. He's had a shot. Ounas then gets there, saves the ball and puts the ball into the net. I mean, Mauritania couldn't believe their luck. They thought they'd won the World Cup. I cannot believe what Ounas is doing. Now, Ounas did make a save late on, but in terms of Ounas going forwards now, we only had to face 1 or 2 shots of Mauritania. I don't know if I've got the confidence to have Ounas in goal, because I've seen amazing performances from Liga and I've wanted to see Ounas in goal for Algeria for a long time. But if he's going to start doing things like that at home to Mauritania, I can't trust him in World Cup qualifiers. I know he's one mistake and everyone makes mistakes, but this is a chance to impress the manager and show what you can do and knock on the door to be in the first team for the games against Mali and Tunisia and for the games in the World Cup qualifiers. Rice and Bulhi watching that at home thinking, I haven't got to worry about my place in goal, because Ounas is doing things like that. What's he got to worry about? Really disappointing, because I was looking forward to seeing Ounas and I was looking forward to seeing a clean sheet from him. Unfortunately, that wasn't the case. So worrying concerns with Ounas. 1-1. Couldn't believe it was 1-1. I thought it was embarrassing at times. I had to tell everyone we're drawing to Mauritania at home. Anyway, luckily Sofiane Feghouli was there again, the absolute legend, to save the day. Slimani with his last touch before being substituted. Slimani, nice little flick onto Feghouli. Feghouli with a clinical finish. Lovely stuff. We go 2-1 up. And then the third goal is after the changes come. Farhat comes off, a Nurse comes on, Very, very impressive. Adam Ounas, clinical, just like in the days of AFCON, when Adam Ounas kept coming off the bench and scoring goals and ended up being one of the top scorers in the tournament. What a performance from Ounas. Farhat turned into Neymar for a few seconds, plays it to Belkabla. Belkabla pulls it back. He gets an assist. Adam Ounas, clinical, into the top roof of the net. We go 3-1 up. And then you get the super Wahrani changes of Bounedjah and Bounedjah coming on. Bounedjah, we know what he can do. Sets up his mate Bounedjah. Bounedjah, always scoring. Scored against Mauritania last time. Scored against Mauritania this time. Bounedjah makes it 4-1, and then we looked comfortable from there. Ben Sebaini and Ben Lamry come on. Ben Sebaini probably should have been sent off. I don't know what he's doing. He's always involved in fights, isn't he? Adam Ounas should have had a clear penalty. That wasn't given by the ref, but the ref was of a certain nationality, so I'm not too surprised by that. But we win the game 4-1, so I don't know what your overall thoughts are in the comments below. I liked the Arabic names on the shirts. Usually it's English writing. Arabic names on the shirts, that looks very cool. Very, very cool. I like that. That's something nice. That's nice to see them do something different. But let's get into those player ratings. Start off with Oukedja, the goalkeeper, and I have to give Oukedja a 5. I have to give him a 5. He had one job. You had one job, like that meme. You had one job, and you've messed up. Our attacks bailed us out. Oukedja, you have to do better there. I know he'll learn from it, he'll get better from it. We probably won't see that more often from him. But then what happens against Mali? Does Mboli come back into the frame? I don't know. I have to give Oukedja a 5 because he made a mistake and it was a shocker. It was a real shocker, and we can't be doing that. You know, we should have had a clean sheet tonight and we didn't. And Touba has lost a clean sheet on his debut. Touba, I'm very impressed with him, and this looks like a real gem we've got from playing for Belgium, playing Algeria instead. Touba looks very good at centre half. I know it was only against Mauritania, but didn't put a foot wrong. Amazing assist. Badrain did well as well, so I'm going to give Touba a 7 and I'm going to give Badrain a 6. I thought they both did quite well in defence. Left back Abdellaoui, again, I'm not happy with Abdellaoui. I don't think Abdellaoui is good enough to play for Algeria. I've voiced this many times. Abdellaoui is not good enough. You see the difference in the team when Ben Sebaini or Fares is at left back. We're not going to get to the World Cup with Abdellaoui at left back. That's the bottom line, guys. So not very happy with Abdellaoui. I'm going to give Abdellaoui a 4. And Yusuf Atal, very good, a legend, back in the team, running up and down. He always seems to try and get injured. Atal is a player that is very injury prone, but he puts his body on the line. He plays like a winger. He's up and down that right wing all the time. I'm going to give Atal a 7. I thought he played very, very well. Atal was very impressive. He should have had an assist if we were more clinical a couple of times. Of course, that chance for Slimani in the first half where Atal had an assist. But you see what Atal brings. If we can keep him fit, we've got such a good right wing with Atal and Mahrez going into World Cup qualifiers. Inshallah, they can stay fit. That's very impressive. So very happy with Atal. Again, Belkabla, he gets a 7. He got an assist for one of the goals. I was happy with his performance in midfield. Algeria saw a lot of the ball. We would like to have seen Zarouki or Badawi maybe, but maybe it's Belmadi saving them. Feghouli has to get an 8, scored 2 goals, or maybe even deserves a 9, or maybe even higher. What a man of the match performance from Sofiane Feghouli. The man of the match for me by far. Control the midfield, attacking runs, scoring goals, getting in the right areas, because you know he's a winger by trade. He's not a centre midfielder. He's very good at finishing. So Feghouli for me gets an 8 or a 9. Bounedjah, didn't see enough. Not enough for me today. Some brilliant first touches from the ball coming down, but just not enough for me today. I'd like to have seen a bit more from him. He had the opportunity to start. Belmadi gave him the opportunity to start after he scored against Botswana off the bench. I didn't see enough, I'm afraid. So for me, it's going to be a 6 for Bounedjah, and it's also going to be a 6 for Rachid Gazelle. Again, given the opportunity, he played so well in one of the recent games against Zambia, where he came off injured at half-time. Not enough for me from Gazelle. It's a shame, really. Again, another player that disappointed me, like Bounedjah, so I'm going to give Gazelle a 6. And Zinedine Farhat and Slimani. I mean, Slimani has to get a 5. He was not good enough at all. Slimani, for a guy that he was sweating after 20 minutes, he couldn't run. Offside all the time. Keep being offside like a giraffe. Not good enough for me. He gets a 5. And Farhat, for me, should never wear the shirt again. One bit of trickery for the third goal when he tried to be like Neymar. But for me, Farhat is not good enough. You're not going to get to tournaments with Farhat in the team. He's playing left wing, he's playing out of position. At best, he's a Ligue 2 player in France. Ligue 2, Ligue 2. Not Ligue 1, Ligue 2. He's a Ligue 2 player. For me, Farhat gets a 4. Just not good enough. And you see the difference when Bounedjah comes on and when Adam Ounas comes on, and you see what you're getting. The 2 players that helped us win the cup, the African Cup. Bounedjah, brilliant on the left. Ounas, brilliant, gets the goal, getting to the positions in the box. Farhat, not good enough. Abdellaoui, not good enough. Slimani, not good enough. Akija not good enough. Akija, one mistake, we'll let it go. Slimani's a legend, we'll let it go. He did well in one of the recent games, scored a couple of goals, but Slimani's chasing a record. But Ferhat and Abdellaoui as the left side, it's no wonder it took us 40 minutes to score against Mauritania, because they're simply not good enough. But the players coming on did well. Obviously, Ounas come on, he scored a goal. Belali come on, got an assist. Ben Lamry solid at the back. Ben Sabani almost got a red. Ben Rahma didn't do too much when he came on. He had one searching ball for Adam Ounas. But the main thing is, we are 25 games unbeaten. The run goes on. Like I said, 25 games unbeaten. That is amazing. That's a quarter of a century. 25 to go. Can we get to 35 to 40? I hope so. I hope so, inshallah. But 25 games unbeaten is remarkable. It's a solid 4-1 win. We've scored 9 goals in our last 2 games, but the next 2 games are going to put the unbeaten run to test. And I'll see you hopefully for the preview against Mali, which will be on very soon. So let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Have I been too harsh? I just really want us to do well. And when there's players out there we can get, like Michael Elise, Yassine Adli, and we're stuck with, we can get Rayan Aït-Nouri and we're playing Abdellaoui. I don't like it. That left wing was awful for the first half, so there's no surprise that they both came off. Anyway, that's my thoughts on the game. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Subscribe for more. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.